Just stand there just like that the entire time.
No one would
classic.
notice, I don't think.
Yeah.
Can you guys hear me? Hello?
I can hear you.
Yeah, we can hear anything.
I was talking about
We were having some.
Welcome everyone into the News 4 Forum, the show we don't just watch, we're asking you to join in. We're talking about hot stories, trending topics, viral videos, and the next generation of the letter to the editor. So let's go ahead and get started. And starting off this morning with a look at what is trending online. Locally, the most read story on mynews4.com is Carson City couple arrested for allegedly sexually assaulting child. 37-year-old Jessica Soto Delgado Bracamonte and 27-year-old Mario Quevedo are being charged with conspiracy, sexual assault against a child under the age of 16, and administering drugs, methamphetamine, to commit a felony. The defendants could face several years of prison time. Nationally on CNN.com, the most read story this morning is Murdoch Fox made offer to buy Time Warner. According to CNN, the $80 billion offer was rejected. Shares of Time Warner soared nearly 15% at pre-market trading today. Under the terms of the bid, Fox would sell CNN to answer antitrust concerns. On FoxNews.com, the most read story this morning is Google responds to problems with searches for Dinesh D'Souza's America. According to FoxNews.com, lawyers for the film claim that moviegoers cannot find where it's being played or showtimes. A Google rep acknowledged the problem, stating that their systems are confused due to how often the term America is searched. All right, now on to our viewer voice segment, where we ask you, the viewer, to chat with us about some of the trending topics of the day. You can find these topics on our Facebook page at about 9 o'clock in the morning. We'd love to have you live on air with us. All you have to do is have a Google Plus account. Circle me, Melissa Carlson. Let me know you're interested. You can do this via mobile as well. All right, job seekers with a criminal history often face a pretty daunting task. A new ban the box law in Washington, D.C. aims to make things a little easier. Mola Lene explains.
Have you ever been convicted of a crime? That's typically one of the first questions an employer asks of an applicant. And if the answer is yes,
many people are screened out right there. You know, as soon as you see that, they don't even get to the interview.
But a new law in D.C. will prohibit employers from asking about criminal history until after a job is offered.
At that point, then you've already shown you're qualified for the job, and you get a chance to explain yourself.
City Council worked with ex-convicts, advocates, and the D.C. Chamber of Commerce, among others, to reach an agreement that the Chamber says can ultimately benefit businesses while helping ex-cons reintegrate into society.
Human capital is critical, and to have so many folks who are in the city who, they have had a run-in with the law, but yet they're talented. They can serve businesses well.
Council members say the background checks will continue to legitimately disqualify applicants from certain jobs, especially jobs that work with vulnerable populations. For example, anyone convicted of a sexual assault, child abuse, or neglect will be excluded from jobs that come in contact with children.
If it's related to the job, the type of crime, let's say you held up banks and you want to be a teller, well then you can say, you know what, we're not comfortable with that. And so we're not going to hire you.
Hiring is the goal. Wingo says getting ex-cons back to work can work for the city.
We really need to make sure that we're having full employment, that we're having prosperity reach, all parts of the city.
That was Molyneux reporting. 4 states already have ban the box laws on the books, but we're asking our Google Plus group, what do you think about it? Do employers have the right to know, and should they be asking whether or not you have been convicted of a crime? Starting off first with Diano and Diano in Reno. What are your thoughts, Diano?
Well, I think this is something that needs to be sort of on a case-by-case perspective. It's like I can kind of see both sides of it. It's like, I mean, obviously, it's like if you're, let's say, hiring for like a cable installer, and this cable installer is going to be going into people's homes, you don't want them to have, massive felony robbery records, or a part of that. But at the same time, I can understand how come you'd want to ban this a little bit, because it's kind of hard for people with records to get jobs in this market.
I agreed, right? So if you have a criminal background, this could potentially harm the issue, but maybe the answer is don't get arrested in the first place, Kempton.
Yeah, I see what Diano is saying, and part of me thinks that we shouldn't just let people with criminal record off and not be a productive citizen, but at the same time, I'm scared, to be honest. I'm scared, and I do want that box if I'm an employer.
I like that part too. If they're coming into your house, there's a potential issue there. Kim, do you think it's unfair to put these people, in a certain spot and say you can't apply for a job because you have a felony? And does it change for you if it's a felony or just a misdemeanor? Would that make a difference for you?
It doesn't change for me either way. I feel that that it's important to have that question on an application so that, first of all, you testing their honesty. Will they say they've been arrested or not? And secondly, it allows you to make a better decision, because if people say, no, I've never been arrested, but yet they have, then if they're handling money and they were arrested for embezzlement, we got a problem. So I think the question still needs to be asked.
All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic. Looking to make a reservation for that hot new restaurant? Well, get ready to pay for it. According to LATimes.com, after waiting an hour for a burrito, Brian Mayer came up with an idea for reservation.com. That's reservationhop.com. Here is how basically it works. The website allows buyers to purchase reservations for tables at popular restaurants reserved far ahead of time under a false name. Well, critics say it's inventing an unnecessary market, disadvantaging those who don't have the cash, and deals in shady terms with false names, and may hurt restaurant table filling in the long run. But Mayer says, quote, we shouldn't let our attitudes about what is or isn't considered taboo to decide what markets we create, as long as the markets involve mutually consensual transactions, end quote. Mayer has since stopped providing the service. Reservations on site, by the way, were going for about $12. Asking our Google Plus group, what do you think about the idea, especially in LA, I think, where, it can be pretty hard to get a table at some of the new fancy-dancy restaurants. Why not? Why should it only go to the people who maybe can get it because they're a big name? Why not let it go to anybody else because they can buy it for $12? Do you like the idea, Kempton?
No, I hate this idea. What is the consensual bit? Like, this is someone who fakely, using a fake name, reserve a table to sell later. This is not consensual at all. This is robbing, being a middleman.
Scalping reservations, or hey, it gives people a fair shot to get into a restaurant. They have to pay $12, but maybe they didn't know that they had to book 4 months ahead of time and it was a special date. Deanna, what do you think?
I'm with Kempton on this one. It's like, this doesn't really make a whole lot of sense to me. It's like it's creating this sort of a third-party scalper market for reservation tables. I'm not seeing how that helps people that are trying to get tables at this restaurant. I'm definitely not seeing how this helps the restaurants themselves. All it's helping is these middle people and making them money. This is not a good thing.
Yeah, some people would say that those restaurants are making a whole lot of money, so not a big deal. They're not missing out on much. Kim, do you have a problem with this? By the way, again, it is taken down, but would you partake?
Of course I wouldn't partake. That's like paying Peter to I'm sorry, I can't even remember the saying.
Robbing Peter to pay Paul.
I don't think it was a viable business, and thinking of it from a social media standpoint, people are always looking for tables. That doesn't mean they have to pay to get it.
All right, maybe just book ahead of time. I don't know. I kind of like the idea. All right, coming up next, thanks everybody for being with us. They are fast and easy snacks or meals. Yeah, they're easy for you, but they could be costing you your health. Take a look at that coming up in your Wellness Wednesday. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Oh my goodness, Kempton and Deanna agreed on both topics?
Well, it didn't have anything to do with firearms, so as long as we stay away from that.
Well, we haven't had one of those guns story for a long time, which is a good thing.
Yeah, you better knock on some wood right now, Kempton.
Yeah, exactly. No.
I haven't.
Yeah, too many gun story for a long time.
I'll type it in.
Sorry, Tony, we had we're tight on time today, so since we had people in there, I used them. By the way, if you all have not seen yet on my page, Miss Antonia here helped me out tremendously yesterday with my daughter's birthday, and there's an amazing picture of it on my Insta and on my Facebook page. So
wait a second, Antonia, that was you?
Oh.
that was Tony.
Facebook, Instagram, really? You didn't put it on
you were the one was dressed up as Elsa. That is
Yep.
fantastic.
But I was waiting.
Really?
Yeah, did you notice that I was like in the bathroom light that I got ready and was super deceiving? I looked like
Oh,
I just
She
got back
so
from
cute, yeah.
amazing. She looked amazing.
Looking it up now.
Yeah, that was awesome.
She looked
That's
amazing,
awesome,
and she did
yeah.
it so well. She read a story to the kids, and she was very like, "Hello, everybody." It was awesome.
Oh,
All right, you guys,
that's
we've got
lovely.
Misha here. I'm Misha. We've got Elise, Misha coming up in this next block. If we could have everybody mute, except for St. Mary's, that would be awesome. Hello, Steve.
Hello, how are you doing?
Good. Hey, just because I wasn't sure if you knew the topics or not, I just stayed away from talking to you today. But welcome back. Getting your new
No
computer
problem.
set up.
Not quite yet. I got it out, so I'll load some stuff and get it ready. I got to head for the airport, so I'll see you guys later.
Bye, Steve.
Bye.
All right, here we go. Stand by. And welcome back, everybody. Processed foods, they are everywhere and usually pretty cheap. But the money you save may actually cost you your health. Registered dietitian Elise Misha from St. Mary's Fitness Center joins us now with a look at this very hot topic. A lot of people seem to be talking about processed foods. And in general, what does the term processed mean when it comes to food, Elise?
So the term processed really refers to any food that's been altered from its original state. I think when a lot of us hear processed, we think of fast food, frozen dinners, packaged meals, and those ready-to-eat snacks. But there are different levels of processing. Minimally processed foods are those that may have been mechanically altered, but not necessarily chemically altered, such as frozen vegetables or bagged nuts. It's really important to figure out the difference between minimally processed and highly processed foods.
And so if there's different types, why are these foods considered not so good for your health, right? I mean, there's some that are and some that aren't. It can be confusing.
Absolutely. So a minimally processed food with health benefits would be something like whole grain bread. But the highly processed foods, in order to increase their shelf life, a lot of food manufacturers will add preservatives, especially in the form of sodium. We also see a lot of added sugars and fats in the form of trans fats or saturated fats. Additionally, processing methods such as chemical additives, cooking, and heat sterilization can kill and destroy a lot of the natural vitamins and minerals found in these foods.
Okay, so this is a big one, right? We see it everywhere, the label natural and organic. So does that mean that those are void of preservatives and additives?
I wish. This is actually a huge misconception. The Food and Drug Administration, or FDA, does not have regulation over the term natural. So it's really up to food manufacturers to define that for themselves. A great example is high fructose corn syrup. High fructose corn syrup is considered a natural food item. However, I would never consider it a nutritious food item. And organic really refers to the way that the agricultural products are grown and processed. So organic crops need to be grown in safe soil, not have genetic modifications, and they are not allowed to use synthetic substances. However, that doesn't, it's not the same as processing the food.
And those GMOs that everybody seems to be concerned about as well, not in organic food. All right, if people have more questions for you, Elise, they want to ask you a few things, how can they do that? How can they get hold of you?
They can go ahead and contact us at the St. Mary's Fitness Center and just give us a call or shoot us an email.
And stmarysreno.com as well. There's also a number there on your screen. And if you want more information, of course, you can always go to our website as well, mynews4.com. Thanks so much for being with us. I appreciate it. Coming up next, I'll look at your forecast with Tim. Hi, Tim.
Good morning to you. We do have a flash flood watch in place again today. We do have the chance for heavy, slow-moving storms once again, and that chance continues on the 7-day forecast. We'll look at that coming up after the break.
Miss Misha, good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. I love when you're on. Clear, concise, smiley. Good job. I appreciate that.
I appreciate it.
This should be a challenge.
What's going to be a challenge?
Walking
Oh,
here to the wall.
what happened? The wireless burned out or something?
It cut out during Brandon's show yesterday, and they're testing it to make sure it's not going to do it again.
I just found the first social media website I was on from 2004.
Wow.
Okay, now the scary thing is, it's still operating, and the other scary thing, I can still log in.
Oh my gosh! Please go on there and post. I have to go try to find my old MySpace. That was my first one. I wonder if it's still up and running. I think they killed them, didn't they?
Nope.
No, they're still up and running?
I think they're still going.
Lord, I need to look at mine and see what's on there.
I was like, I wonder if I can still log in.
I wouldn't even know where to start. Like, what's my login? I have no idea. I don't even remember.
Yeah. I had absolutely no idea. It's like I tried logging into it once, like a year and a half ago. Had no idea how to do it. Said, screw it.
Yeah. Remember how you could like make the background and do all that? It was so hard to read. Like all the text was different colors, and you're like, what is that?
Yeah. And then people had like the music that started up as soon as you loaded their page, and all the GIFs, and oh my God.
I can still log into my space.
That place was a hot mess.
Oh yeah, it's still up and running though, huh? You guys say it's still up and running?
Oh yeah, there's like a new MySpace now. It ain't bad, but I don't see it doing anything.
By the way, Deanno, the ramen place is back open by Toys R Us.
Outstanding.
So instead of the page going vertically scrolling, it scrolls horizontally.
Yeah.
And welcome back, everyone. Meteorologist Tim Studebaker joins us now with a look at our forecast. It's like hit rewind and then play again from yesterday.
That's exactly what it's like out there. The same air mass, the same setup, so we have a lot of the same stuff happening out there. The pop-up showers and thunderstorms, we saw some pretty heavy ones over the last couple of days, and we have another chance to see some more heavy ones. And the key is they're very slow moving and heavy rainfall, and when you get that combination, you end up with the chance for some flash flooding. So that's unfortunately a possibility today. We'll be watching that through the day. Also, we had that fire, the Evans fire, and that is creating for, you know, as ugly as fire is and as terrible as fire can be, it does create some beautiful sunrises and sunsets. So we got a great one sent in to us by Kristen from the North Valleys. Thank you so much, Kristen, for sending that in to us. A beautiful red sunset, despite the fact that, of course, it is because of the fire. KRNV News 4 on Facebook if you want to go check that one out, and many more that folks are sending in, and you can like us while you're there and stay up to date. Sun and clouds for the day today. Again, some scattered storms again possible through the afternoon hours, and we are still above average for the temperatures. Not quite as hot as the last couple of days, but we're still going to warm up quite nicely out there. 86 degrees right now, kind of cooler than this time over the last couple of days, so that's kind of a sign that we're not going to be quite as hot. 6-mile-per-hour winds out of the south, and humidity is now down to 23%, but there's enough moisture out there to see some of those showers and storms popping up.
Kim,
86 in
check your
Carson City
Hangouts
as well,
messages.
92 now in Smith Valley, and 91 in Silver Springs. So we do have some clouds starting to form again, especially across the southern half of the viewing area. This is that instability out there creating some more cloud cover again for the afternoon hours, and that means more showers and more storms. So Futurecast has that pegged out pretty well, especially south of Highway 50. Nobody's really completely in the clear. I know Futurecast isn't showing storms for the far northern part of the state, but that doesn't mean that's not at all a possibility. It is a possibility across much of the area. And again, for your Thursday, in fact, that's even better chances going into your Thursday. And we'll keep the chance around for Friday as well. 7-day forecast, we'll show that in a second. So 78 for Glenbrook today, 78 in Kings Beach as well, and 82 for the high at South Lake Tahoe. Western Nevada topping out into the 90s, near 100 in a few spots, and scattered showers and storms popping up throughout the afternoon hours, so we'll be watching for those. 94 in Elko, 97 in Battle Mountain for the high today, and 90 degrees in Ely. Yeah, a little bit above average for this time of year, but not as far above average as it has been over some recent days where we were breaking records. 101 in Lovelock, 100 in Fallon for the high today. Up to the north, a lot of 90s showing up there as well. A little bit less of a chance the farther north you are for scattered showers and storms. Better chances as you get south into our viewing area in the southern half. 97 for the high today in Reno Sparks. Here's a 7-day forecast. The better chance for showers and storms comes on Thursday. We do have a flash flood watch both today and tomorrow. Could even see one issued later for Friday. We'll be watching for that as well. And temperatures climbing down toward the averages for this time of year by the time we get into the weekend. And rain chances drop off then too. Back to you.
All right, thank you so much for that. Coming up next, you rant, then we respond. Our version of the letter to the editor when we come back. Stay with us. I can't remember what my email was with MySpace.
Yeah, that for me that had to have been at least 2 or 3 email addresses ago.
Yeah.
And seriously, Antonia, it's like I saw that picture yesterday. It's like I just did not realize that was you. I did not at all.
Mm-hmm. See?
It's like now that I know, it's like I look at the picture and I can plainly see it.
I don't ever wear my Disney stuff on the forum.
For some reason, I couldn't see the picture on your profile, Melissa. I don't think I have access to do that.
You're not friends with.
Yeah, don't say it.
Here, I'm gonna flash you the picture on my thing, Kim.
Oh no, I saw it.
Oh, you did?
She's gonna flash you the picture on her thing. That's awesome.
Know what? That kind of.
This works better because I photoshopped it and I don't look too tan. I swear to God, I looked at those pictures that Melissa sent me later, and I was like, I look like I just came back from Jamaica. Elsa's supposed to be fair skinned. This is not okay.
You know what it is? It's the wig. I think it's because it's so blonde. We'll fix it, Kim.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. It's Deanna's fault.
It's my fault.
Dang.
You mean all this time and you still haven't?
No.
Kim.
Deanna's fault.
Here, hold on. It's like I will link you to the correct one. Hold on. Or to the other one.
This is Tony right here. Look at, come here.
It's Melissa. It's that guy right there. That Deanna guy. It's his fault.
Oh, I was like, I'm not a guy, but it's cool.
No, it's Deanna's fault. It's his fault.
And welcome back, everybody. Time now for our next generation of the letter to the editor. Send us your tweets, your Facebook posts, voicemails, and emails with your opinions or topics you'd like to see us chit-chat about. On Facebook, Christina asks, I'd like an update on the Evans fire. I live in Cold Springs, and driving home last night was a very dramatic sight. A lot of pictures posted on Facebook, by the way. Please post timely updates. 6,000 people live in Cold Springs, and there are historic ranches in the path of that fire. After such a scary vista, I have seen little information. Well, the Evans fire near border town along Highway 395 has now burned 400 acres at last check and is 15% contained, up from 10% this morning. According to the Sierra Front Interagency Dispatch Center website, that's their latest information. And of course, we're trying to keep you updated with everything as we get it on our website, mynews4.com, and of course on our Facebook page. Thank you so much for that question. Well, here is how you can sound off. You can tweet us at News4Forum, tweet me at News4Melissa. We're also on Facebook and Google+. Email us at forum@mynews4.com, and of course, you can always give us a call. We'd love to hear from you. That number, 336-MANY, M-A-N-Y. Well, here's a phone call you have got to hear. A San Francisco man called Comcast to make a simple request, but he hardly got a simple answer. Linda Yee has the story.
We'd like to disconnect, please.
Okay, so why is it that you don't want the faster speed?
All Ryan Block wanted was to cancel his Comcast internet and cable subscription, but the Comcast guy wasn't going to have it.
I'm just trying to figure out here what it is about Comcast service that you're not liking, that you're not wanting to keep. I mean,
Block, who did not want to go on camera, said he switched providers, but he never expected it would be so tough.
So what is it about this other internet provider, this other TV provider, that's making it sound so much better than the #1 TV service available?
I don't know. It's totally arbitrary decision.
Okay, so why not keep what you know works?
Block, a tech journalist, recorded and posted the call. So far, more than 2 million hits, and people can't believe what they hear.
But I don't see the need to get into it. I mean, I want to cancel my service, then I want to cancel my service. There's no need to debate anything.
The Comcast rep was persistent.
Why don't you want those services?
Because I'm not interested in your services any longer.
So you're not interested in the fastest internet in the country?
Nope.
In a statement, Comcast wrote, "We are very embarrassed. The way in which our representative communicated with him is unacceptable." So even after that 20-minute call, and they finally heard what they wanted to hear, the Block still didn't trust their service was canceled. They decided to come to an office in person just to make sure. And tonight, Block was expecting a personal call from Comcast executives, presumably an apology. Hopefully, it was a quick call. In San Francisco, Linda Yee, KPIX5.
Comcast says it will investigate and promises quick action. Well, here's a partnership you may not have seen coming. Apple teaming up with IBM The two companies that were once rivals during the personal computer wars are partnering up to create more than 100 new apps and iPhone and iPad apps. That's what it's for. The deal will also target business clients, with Apple and IBM selling iPhones and iPads preloaded with industry-specific apps. Those devices will be available starting this fall, but only for business clients through IBM representatives. Well, a new song that takes a stance against disapproving dads and marriage proposals has gone back to the 1950s. We'll explain.
I had a similar call today. I had signed up for a women's group via LinkedIn, and they called me today. And I'm like, oh, okay, she got me all excited. You've been accepted, blah, 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 through the questions, blah, 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 that you've given us answers to. I can feel at this moment that I can offer you membership. And I was like, okay, and I'm thinking all the time she's talking to me, how much is it going to cost me? And she tried to sell me on the highest one for $999 a year.
That's one of the uglier colors I've ever seen in my life. But I like it.
Then it went down to $799, $199, $99, and finally she said, "You just don't want it?" I said, "No." And I kept trying to get off the call.
Well, for me, getting off of calls is pretty easy. I just hang up.
I wanted to be polite. I wanted to see what what it was all about, but she was like,
You worked in West Virginia for the NBC station?
try to make me feel
Virginia
bad
reporter is shot at while covering homicide.
not saying yes, and I'm like, she don't understand. I don't feel bad at all. She's lucky I didn't
done
have
if somebody shot a bullet at you? He would have done a little of this.
Oh, yeah, let me put this on my tablet. What in the world is Bill doing?
I wasn't going to push down your thing. I was just trying to prevent myself from falling over the set.
This time you guys match, but
Oh my goodness, Keke Palmer's getting her own talk show?
There isn't a color in the
I have
rainbow.
no idea who that is.
You probably know her if you saw her. Oh gosh. Are they getting desperate? She's a young black lady who has been on a number of Disney shows, movies. She's been in some of Tyler Perry's movies.
And hello, everybody. I'm Bill Frankmore. Coming up in just a bit on News 4 at noon. If you own stock in IGT, you're a happy person today. We'll tell you why. Plus, we'll have an update on the fire burning near Bordertown. We're going to tell you how much headway firefighters made overnight. We're also going to head out live to Edgewood Golf Course to check in with some big names getting their swings in shape for the American Century Celebrity Golf Championship. And if you've ever been told you have dense breast tissue, you're going to want to stick around for our health segment, where we will tell you about a new device that better detects breast cancer. These stories and more coming up at noon.
And an important story. All right, finally here on the forum, covering hit songs is always fun, especially when it's remade to sound vintage. Take a listen. Pop music cover artist Scott Bradley and his band, the Postmodern Jukebox, decided to give Magic's new hit, Rude, a 1950s makeover. Vaughn Smith guest stars as lead singer and knocks the song out of the park. Sounds awesome. You can find it on our Facebook page. Have a great day, everybody. Ah, Lordy. What is that, Kim?
No, Kim's out. It's some sort of she said Keke Palmer, whoever that is, has their own talk show. I have absolutely no idea who that is, so that's meaningless to me. It's like, I mean, I did Google her. It's like, I mean, she's been in like a few things that I haven't seen, and it's like, I mean, her having her own talk show actually is a big deal. She's only 20, so it's like, I mean, for being only 20 and having you know your own talk show, I'm pretty sure that makes her the youngest person in the history of television to have a talk show.
How can you legally not be able to drink and have your own talk show?
Right?
Is Kim on the? Is Kim talking about Kiki, or is she going to a different meeting?
Your guess is as good as mine. She put that in the chat and ran.
Yeah. Love it.
When she gotta go, she gotta go.
You gotta go. You gotta go.
Okay.
So,
bye, guys.
Bye, Tony.
Bye.
Hey, so real quickly, the ramen place is open. Sorry, I went to commercial and I didn't get to hear your reaction. I'm waiting for you to go. Ooh.
I was cheering.
Oh, were you? Yes. Okay.
It's like, yeah.
Good. Let's that place and the wraps place, the Euro wrap place over by Total Wine and guitar, the guitar restaurant, the guitar store.
The guitar restaurant.
Total Music. Yeah. I want to try that too. Okay, so let's figure out our next date.
All right, sounds good. Yeah.
Okay.
Got to put something on the books for that.
Tim's like, Friday. Friday. I have a lunch date already on Friday. I can't do this Friday. Maybe next Friday.
I was like,
clearly.
Okay.
So we'll get everybody on the same page and figure out what the day is.
Yeah, we got to get everyone to come out this time. It's like, it's like a big group adventure. It's gonna be fun.
Yes. Let's do it. All right, hon.
Sounds good.
See you later.
Right. See you tomorrow. It's like, and I might be hungry. It's like Matt's party is tonight.
Yeah.
It's like I bought Matt a big thing of honey whiskey. Some Jack Daniels.
Oh my Lord! You're taking that into the Peppermill? They're gonna let you?
No. We're going to the Peppermill, just sort of like a big social thing. We're having a couple drinks there, and then we're back at his place to do the real drinking.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Let's just say it's extremely convenient that he lives in the same apartment complex as me, so I don't have to drive.
Yes, it is for you. Yeah, put those keys down.
So I can stumble home and hopefully make it up the steps in front of my apartment.
Please just make it inside the door. Pass out right before. Just make it inside the door.
Exactly.
Have fun, and please give a congrats to Matt for me.
Will do.
All right, hon. Talk to you later. Talk to you tomorrow.
Yes, see you tomorrow.
Bye.
Bye.